The first one is called Castle Itter, and this one takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play. And in this game, players are playing as US forces joined up with an enemy officer to try and free French captives from the enemy forces. Rounds in this game consist of two phases. There's the player's phase and then the enemy's phase. During the player's phase, they'll be able to perform 5 different actions by activating different counters that they have out on the board. This will allow the player to do different things like attack, suppress, move, or perform different special actions. Once you've completed all your actions, then you're going to be performing the enemy's phase, which consists of drawing 3 cards from the enemy deck and resolving those to see whatever negative consequences come your way. And the game continues like this over a number of rounds until that enemy deck is completely depleted, and then you're going to be scoring victory points based on the number of survivors that remain. And the next game being offered in this campaign is called Pavlov's House. And this actually plays 1 to 3 players, and it takes about 60 to 75 minutes to play. And this one does play very similar to the previous game, where you're going to be alternating back and forth between the player's turn and the enemy's turn. But in this one, players are actually going to be controlling several groups of troops as they try to storm different strongholds of German forces during the Battle of Stalingrad. The rounds play out just like I described, where players will be activating their different defenders in order to perform different actions such as attacking, reinforcing, healing, or resolving combat. And then it's going to move on to the enemy's turn, where they're going to be drawing cards and then activating them to have consequences against the players. The end of the game is going to be triggered as soon as that enemy deck runs out, but the players will win the game if they're able to storm all those key German strongholds by that point. And the third and final game being offered in this campaign is called Lanzerath Ridge, and this plays in about 60 to 75 minutes. And in this game, you're going to be playing as a small group of American soldiers defending the town of Lanzerath during the Battle of the Bulge. This one does have some similarities with the previous games, but this one is the one that diverges the most because this is actually going to be played over 4 different attack periods, and the round structure is similar except for the enemies are always going to be going first. You're going to be drawing cards dictating their attacks, then you're going to be playing your troops and defenders out on the board to try and perform actions to hold them back. The goal in this game is to try and hold them back as long as possible while maintaining your troops' morale and completing different objectives. If at any point your morale drops below 0, or if the German attackers take over the American defensive position, then you automatically lose the game. But if you make it all the way through the final attack, then you do win the game, and your level of success is going to be based on your troops' morale, intelligence gained, and any objectives that you're able to accomplish. So if any of these games look interesting to you, you can check them out, and I have links to the campaign in the description below.